Okay, am I in? Yeah, exactly. Yep.
Talking more about why your type is your type. So tell me a little bit more about your type than us.
Well, actually, I was talking about this earlier that like personally, I've never thought and like wrote down a list or thought about it very well. But if I was to say three to five things, one, it would be somebody curvy but like in a good shape. Curly hair is a requirement, but it's also not a requirement because I've also dated girls with straight hair. Um, Nice, beautiful eyes, nice smile. Um, Obviously active because I like active girls.
Yeah.
And this is kind of a weird thing. I'd say tall girls. I'm into tall girls. Although right now I'm dating somebody shorter than me, but with the list of
I
all the
know
people
what
I
it
dated,
is.
I'd say 70 or 80% of them were taller than me. So yeah.
Okay. All right. I mean, I've not really had that issue myself. Not an
Mm,
issue as such, but I've never dated someone taller than me. But
okay.
to be fair, I've never seen a female that is taller than me. So that's
Uh,
probably that.
all right. For clarity, I think like right now I'm under 6 foot. I think I'm 5'10", so not that tall. Just gonna mention it like outright before people start talking about it. No, I'm not insecure about it. No, I don't give a shit. Uh, on the other hand, you can
Yeah.
hear him laughing because he knows what that he's over 6 foot. So yeah, that's why he mentioned
Oh,
that.
yeah. I'm just being honest. I was not I've literally physically, apart from there was one time, but she had heels on, so
Yeah,
I don't really have that experience to be able to say much. But all right, so you've said a bit about yours.
yeah.
Yeah.
What about?
Um, Personally, me, I don't know if I have a type as such, but I do have not yeah, well, preferences. I guess that is a type, but they're not anything that you could put together. So
All right, hold
again,
on, hold on. We can't literally title this thing "Why is your type?" and then the first words coming out of your mouth is, "I don't have a
okay.
type."
Well, my type then. I'm into well, from a young age I've been into girls with green eyes. Is a must,
Okay.
really. Don't it's not a must as such, but it's generally speaking, if you look at the people that I've dated, that tends to be a commonality between them.
He means it.
Um, I mean what?
I said, "You mean it's a must?"
It's not a must. I've dated people that don't have green eyes, but it
Right.
tends to be the area that seems to happen the most. Um, Other than that, generally speaking, it's more about personality and what I can do in the sense of I like people that are active. I like to be able to essentially, I like someone that shows me a world that I don't live currently myself.
Mm.
So I like someone that's like I live an active life myself, but there's certain things that I do that well, there's certain things that I don't do. Like one person took me hiking up a mountain. I've done that before, but it's not something I do on a regular, and they do, and it was amazing. You know, there's other people that just like to sit in and just watch movies, and
Yeah.
I don't tend to find the time to do that. I don't like watching movies by myself. I find it like it's weird. I can sit and watch a whole series and binge it through, but if you tell me to put a movie on, it just
Yeah.
seems too long for that sort of thing. And
Even though
so,
you
but like,
watch a whole series.
sorry.
I said, even though you can watch a whole series in one sitting.
Even after the whole series, yeah, I think the commitment levels are there because, like, if I know I can watch watch an episode, watch an episode, then I've got
Mm.
the freedom to walk away and then come back and continue from where I left off. But if it's a movie, you
Yeah.
can't stop the movie and then start it from that exact point because the whole thing is it's start, middle, end, climax all within 2 hours.
Okay.
Whereas a series might be spread out between 10 hours, but within those 10 hours, although I'm watching it, I know I can leave at any single point, and it's that mindset that makes it, and I can do one and not the other.
Yeah.
But
Okay. Bringing it back to the woman, green
yeah,
eye. They have to excite you. What else?
so yeah, that is I can't really put anything more than that. It's generally speaking, it's just something that's different to what I do. I couldn't sit with somebody to do the same thing that I do every day because I don't like doing the same thing every day. I like new and I like different.
Okay. So what about body type? What about height?
Body type. Let's see. Height wise, again, I can't really say. All women are smaller than me, so all women. They might be tall. I said there might be women out there that are taller than me. I don't know if I'd be into it or not because I've not met them. But as far as I've experienced in my life, all women are smaller than me. So generally speaking, smaller than me is a preference by thing. Body type as such, I just body type is more. I don't know. It's more nuanced because I've been attracted to people of all shapes and sizes, personally.
Okay.
But generally speaking, healthy, like a healthy amount. So you're not just generally speaking, like no,
healthy.
I'm sick.
That's a good way to put it. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Race. So I'm personally in my life, basically growing up, I just decided like at a very, very early age that I got to a point where I was like, you know what, race is not going to be a big deal, and it has never been. I've dated like literally different people from multiple races and all that stuff, so it's not a preference. I wouldn't actually even term it as a preference or type. How is that for you? Do you have a certain type, or do you just go with the flow?
No, I go with the connection. Basically, generally speaking, more than just you're attractive, I'm attractive, let's go. I tend to go towards when we interact. Almost if we click, then that's all that really matters to me.
That's the way to go. Yeah,
it's never really been an issue or a preference or anything like that. Generally speaking.
That's the thing. I think as long as you vibe with someone, you connect with someone, like that's the most important thing. Yeah.
Okay. But then let's go into the conversation as to what we've said, because we've just spoke about what our types are.
Yeah.
Why is your type your type? Now, I'll start. Basically, personally speaking, it's more of
green eyes. Why do you like green eyes?
Well, green eyes. Well, the thing is I only recently realised the connection because it's been for as long as I can remember. But basically, growing up, there were two movies that I watched as a kid, and I just thought the women were just beautiful, and they both completely had green eyes. One of them was contact lenses, so they lied to me. I was catfished. Big Trouble in Little China. That was the first one, and honestly, it was. I don't know what the actress's name is. Let me.
Send something.
I'll just have a look. Let's see. This is going to be a thing. So, Big Trouble in Little China. It was. Oh, there it is. Sorry. I'm just taking a bit too long to speak here. But yeah, cast-wise, it was. I will remember her name as soon as she. It was Susie Pye.
Susie Pye. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Susie Pye, because she had green. So they made her put green contact lenses in the movie. And honestly, I was about 5 years old. Not when the movie came out, of course. I'm not that old, but when I saw the movie, I was about 5. And honestly, I was just like, I've never seen green eyes before that point. And so I was like, they are beautiful. Just oh my gosh, emeralds just in there.
Hello? Oh, man.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, you cut out for a second.
Oh, okay. Not sure.
The last thing I heard was emerald. Probably the connection.
Yeah, emerald eyes. That's the first time I'd ever seen emerald eyes. And the second time was I was watching that Dungeons and Dragons movie. The one with Kristen Wells, I think it is. Something along those lines. She's in quite a few things. She's I think. Let me see if I can find her again.
The internet.
Kristen Wilson. That's it. Kristen Wilson.
Wilson.
Yeah, and she was in that movie. She was like the head of the guard, And so she was like an elite tracker. She was just basically she was the person. If it wasn't for her,
Yeah.
the main character wouldn't have been able to be the person they could be. You know, she
Yeah.
was she helped them along the way to get to where they needed to be, to then, you know, be the hero of the story. But really, if she
Yeah.
weren't there, it would have been a
She's
thing.
gorgeous, man.
Yeah, yeah. She also she wasn't, still is beautiful. But that's where I feel, that's where I believe my preference to Green Eyes had come from. Just those
Yeah.
two movies alone. They were strong women. They didn't take no for an answer.
Yeah.
Kicked up. Essentially, I don't know too much about
So
the storyline.
gorgeous,
Right, but yeah,
badass, beautiful eyes.
exactly.
What's not to? Yeah.
There was nothing not to like. And
Exactly.
honestly, I think it set my preference going forwards of just anytime I've seen Green Eyes, I just imagine the person like a strong person. And you know what, half the times they are, but then really everybody I know tends to be a strong person. And if
Yeah.
they're not, there's usually something about them otherwise. But I
Okay.
think that's where my personal preference had come from. There are a lot and a little fear. There's a few theories out there, but this isn't really a topic that's really touched on all that much. So what about you? What's your
Okay, so I'm gonna say okay, so I think the first celebrity I fell for is the Senegalese singer called Kumba Gawla. She is a musician. She sings. She's got a beautiful voice.
yeah,
There's this song called Nyowal, which basically
yeah,
means like come here. The song is like come here and let's dance. And
yeah,
usually the type of music in my culture, I'm from Gambia. It's
yeah,
called mbala, so the type is really upbeat and everything. And I think she was
yeah,
the first person I was exposed to who slowed it down and she made it seductive.
yeah,
So I remember me being a kid watching this song because like music plays all the time, and it was just
yeah,
this black woman, slim build, short hair, gorgeous smile. She's confident. She's on stage by herself singing like really seductively, and I just
yeah,
fell in love immediately. And I was like, oh, who is this woman?
yeah,
And I just genuinely remember being like, whoa, mesmerized by her, just how seductive she was, how just she wasn't like a stick figure. Like she was like
something
curvy.
sexy.
She was really stuff. So like
Yeah,
that has informed when it comes to like that has translated into when I date a lot of like black women. I found out that I went for girls who look like her more.
yeah,
And I didn't discover this until recently because we had a phone call where we started talking about it, which is actually
yeah,
what inspired this podcast where we were like, whoa, it was pretty interesting
yeah,
going back like in our memory and realizing, oh, like these are the type of women we got exposed to that like kind of like informed the type of women we seek right now. So the
yeah,
theory is some of the people you got exposed to growing up are why you like who you like. It's obviously
yeah,
it's a theory. We don't know if this is fact or not, but we're just speaking from experiences. So she would be the first type who I got in like attracted
yeah,
to. And the second one would be another one is also from music as well. Her name is Ida Dada as well. She was a
yeah,
dancer. She's thick. She's thick, but like she carried herself. She was really active dancer and all that stuff. And I was just like, oh, okay. So I started with the slender, and then then it went to the thick, and I was like, okay, I guess like having something between is really, really, really cool.
yeah,
And when it also comes to tall girls, well,
yeah,
basically that was just informed by my first girlfriend. To me, okay, height wasn't a big deal. You can probably tell why because my girlfriend, the first one I had, was way way taller than me.
yeah.
This is a bit embarrassing, but literally our first kiss, our first kiss,
Sorry, 1 second.
it had to be on. Should I say this on a podcast?
Yes, you should. So your first kiss. Let's get back to that.
Right, because she was so taller than me, I literally, even if I was on a tiptoe, I was not going to be able to reach her. So,
Yeah,
like, reach her face for a kiss. So she'd had to bend down a little bit, and I'd had to, on the stairs, I had to literally step on the first step on the stairs. I remember doing this in school to make out with her. It wasn't
yeah,
embarrassing to me. she was taller than me. I'm not that tall, so And she paid attention to me, and she became my girlfriend. So like, I was like, oh damn, okay. So in my head, tall girls are like, excuse my language, tall girls are the shit. So yeah, so I can say with these three examples.
It just sorry, it cut for a second.
Oh yeah, and I was just saying basically, okay, the first woman, Kamagala, singer, confident,
Yeah.
basically also even the way she was dancing, I remember it being a taboo, and she had this like carefree attitude where she was like, I don't care, I'm gonna do whatever I want and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because she was courageous, she was confident, she was gorgeous, she could sing. Oh, I forgot to mention, I also like women who can sing, so that could be attributed to her as well.
Yeah.
So there's the slim, slender, confident person who can sing. There is the curvy dance person who is very active, and then there's a tall girl who's gorgeous. So I tend to look for little bits of all of these women in the type of people I seek.
Yeah.
I don't do this consciously, obviously. But like I've also noticed that all the people that I've dated, the people I've had the privilege of being people that were in my life, basically all share all these little things from all these women I was exposed to as a kid. So yeah. What about you? Who else influenced you?
Generally speaking, in terms of it, I believe that that's really the core concept. The only thing I've managed to determine for myself is essentially the core of it. Personally speaking, I've deep connections or anything like that to sort of really go into it in any sense of the word. Simply because, as we said before, I feel like I had a breakthrough. I think I have, going based on the things I've looked into. I think what I have is fear of intimacy, personally. So I don't. A lot of my relationships that I have had have just been surface level, and therefore the whole excitement, boredom, and stuff like that. It's I've not got enough. Unlike yourself, I've not been in serious relationship or serious relationship. So it's a different aspect. So I can only really go based on why I know the type of people I'm interested in.
Okay.
But it's all the fact that it's not a. I wouldn't know how to word it, which is really bad for a podcast. But yeah, trying to put it into it. I got exciting people.
You can't put it into words, like maybe the feeling or like an example or like a metaphor or something.
Metaphor? What are you talking about?
No,
about what?
You can't word it.
Yeah.
So I'm like trying to see if you can like find different ways of describing it. Because like sometimes you can't. You want to say something, but you don't know the right words. If you describe it, it helps people to understand what exactly you're trying to say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Think of it as in like when I am. So when I'm with somebody, I dive in deep.
Yeah.
And then it's a case of when it comes to coming back up for air.
Yeah.
There's as I say, it's all encased in ice, so you can't break through that. That's what it feels like when I try to talk about trying to get a deeper connection. It's like I can't break through that barrier that I need to be able to vocalize these things. But generally speaking, no, it's a case of I don't know how to break through that sort of barrier myself in terms of how does something go from just a nice attraction to enjoying each other's time to actually it being the
next step
involved. Yeah. So, because I've not had that, I don't know what I look for in that way. In terms of the physical sense, it usually is just two things. And if something if something is, if something is just a feeling, I tend to just go with it. Follow that feeling, but rarely am I able to go further than it burns out.
Yeah, well, because I've had like long-term relationships.
Hmm.
You would think I would have an advice for you, but also like I'd say most of the time I have no idea what I'm doing. Like clearly, because like they didn't last, and I've been this is my third relationship. This is my third long-term relationship, basically.
Yeah.
So but I think for me the thing that initializes it or the catalyst would be,
Hmm.
so like say we basically me and the girls slept together.
Yeah.
Words we can talk and it's not awkward or anything, it's just natural, and then we literally can talk for hours and all that stuff. To me, that's one of the indicators of like knowing, oh, okay, this person might be worth me trying. Like
Hmm.
something that's me past, that's one thing I think I've observed.
Yeah.
Like the moment like, okay, we finished having sex and we're just there,
Yeah.
obviously catch our breath and all that stuff, but then again a conversation just starts and I'm not like in my head thinking, oh, what should I say, what should I do, and all that stuff. It just flows.
Yeah.
To me, that person piques a very like large interest in my subconscious, where I go, oh, okay, that's cool, because like we can talk. Because usually, like when you meet someone, the
Yeah.
culmination of that meeting, especially if it's someone you're attracted to, is the sex.
Yeah.
But once that's done, and then you still want to conversate with that person, you still want to like, you know, spend time with them and do stuff with them together. I think that's kind of like one of the indicators to know that, okay, this might lead to something. Sometimes that might happen and then it doesn't work out. But for me personally, I feel like all the people that I vibe with afterwards,
Yeah.
yeah, it helps. So in a way, I can actually also maybe add that to the list of like, oh, things I look for in someone. Although there's no way of knowing, but if you just meet someone, but like just afterwards, it's something to like consider, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like personally, I'm not going to lie, but I tend to vibe with everyone
But
afterwards.
yeah,
I tend to, I've got like a nice positive vibe with everybody. Like I've never, which is goes towards of how I've never had a deep. Well, not that I've never had one. I thought I had one once, and
yeah,
you know
yeah,
things happen. But yeah, but the thing is I'm what's it with my exes, even the people that I have dated,
yeah,
we're still friends. Like we're not as close as we were,
yeah,
but I've never had a bad breakup or anything like that. Like there's still times where I could still go in out with a group of friends with them and
hmm,
still be okay because I've not had that. It's never gone past that level where you can't just be friends. I think so. I sit and I still vibe with them.
yeah,
I'm
but
also able to have those sort of conversations. I can have those pretty much with anyone that I don't see as well, anyone who I don't see as an unknown in the
yeah,
sense of I don't know what our relationship is. Like if
yeah,
I'm
but
unsure,
about it,
if you're a friend or
yeah,
it's just
so
a case of I might not say certain things. But if I know you, or I
yeah,
feel like I've got enough, because I tend to be really good at reading people.
uh,
And apart from when I get really drunk, and then I tell people I'm really good at reading people, and then but
yeah,
generally speaking, I can get someone's sort of vibe after about 15 minutes of interacting with them and knowing whether there's someone I want to interact with further, whether there's someone I don't want to interact with.
yeah,
Um,
but
9 times out of 10, I'm right about what I say.
yeah, but when I say like the vibe, okay, I think I wasn't like super clear with that because yeah, you are very good with people. You can vibe with almost everybody you meet and all that stuff.
Yeah,
Then again, you can talk to somebody for hours about say a movie,
yeah,
yeah, and you're just talking and it's natural and it works. But at the same time as well, maybe later on down the line, you just find out that that's the only commonality you have together. But
yeah,
what I mean, I'm talking about the deep stuff. Maybe like you can talk about your childhood Nash. You can talk about like so many like things that are not on the surface. Because obviously, like all of us, we talk about things that are on the surface, making each other laugh, having a good time. That's one vibe. But there's
mm,
also like if you look under the hood, what makes this person, and they're not like afraid to share that with somebody who's essentially a stranger to them, you know?
yeah,
An example I'll give you that was well, this girl, we didn't end up dating, but it almost led there. Um it just turned out I wasn't ready to be in a relationship and she was, so you know, that's why we had a difference. But
yeah,
after the deed was done, we were just laying there, and this girl just literally started telling me about her dad, how like shit wasn't very good at home and all that stuff. Now, mind you, I probably just like met this girl like a week before,
Yeah.
and this is something she wouldn't tell like any person. This is like something she wouldn't just blab to anyone.
No.
But like she felt comfortable enough to just tell me about her dad, and I just listened, and I told her about my dad, and so weirdly we had that connection via our dads, even though it
Yeah.
was something good, but we felt like we trusted each other enough to go, oh yeah, this is what happened to me growing up, and then this is like how my dad is and stuff like that. And you know, it was just comforting to just share that thing with someone, because the way I see it, like right now we're talking, the world is like it's still spinning, like stuff is happening, people are doing stuff, somebody's eating, somebody's crying right now, somebody got $1 million, whatever, something's happening. But then there's just this moment where you have one person and it's just you two talking about deep shit. Yeah, so like I think that kind of creates a connection. So in bringing it back to like types, when I look for people in people, to me that's like a big deal if we can talk about deep stuff afterwards, because the point is when you meet someone, usually, to be not to be crass, but you are usually sexually attracted to them. Maybe you
Well,
talk
you have to be.
little.
If you're not, like it's when it comes to a relationship, as far as I'm concerned, like I said, I'm not the biggest expert on it, but you know, you can't have a relationship with somebody you're not attracted to, and not in the slightest. They might not be the most attractive. You have to have some sort of attraction there, and it's like it's the where it's like 5% of the whole relationship. But if it's not but when it's not, when the 5% becomes it can become the 80% if it's you know, because if you stop finding someone attractive, then it becomes the 80%. But generally speaking, in terms of what makes a relationship, I understand it is the 5%.
Exactly. So there's that attraction, and usually that attraction leads to sex. Yeah. For most people, that's where it ends. That's where like, because obviously you've reached what the initial what initially drawn you to that person. You go, oh my god, they're hot. Oh my god, they're beautiful, or whatever. And then we express that in sex, which is normal. But when you can have that, and then it's not like, oh hey, I have to go. Sometimes they genuinely have to go because you know life happens. But like when they choose to stay and they choose to talk to you, and you talk for hours, like not on your phones, you forget that the world exists, like that, like it creates a connection to me. So if I sleep with someone and then we can do that, I'm like, oh hey, definitely I'm texting you after you leave or after I leave. I'm gonna go, oh, that was interesting, and then you know we carry on from there. So when I said I wasn't an expert in relationships, it's because I fall into them almost. It's just like, okay, it happens, we talk, we do stuff, and then it ends up leading to that.
I mean, I feel like if you have to try and
go, oh yeah, I want this relationship, but I don't go in planning that that's what I was gonna do, you know. So but bringing it back, let's bring it back all the way back to the topic. Another thing I think I find attractive is like a strong woman. I like it if I think a girl can kick my ass. I don't know, like why.
Pretty much anyone then. Just anyone.
No, not anyone. No, but like if I'm like, say, okay, I find somebody mildly attractive, and then I learn that they could fight. That kind of, I'm like, damn, that's pretty cool.
I'm just comparing it. Like if we're going based on your skill sets, then we're probably going with anyone.
No, dude, I can fight, and if you must know, I'm taking a kickboxing classes soon, so it's going to be dangerous very soon. But at the same time as well, like I can hold my own. Like I'm not usually aggressive, but like if I have to, I have to.
But is this more like is this the because you know, or is this more of the I'm black so I can play basketball kind of?
No. This is because I know. This is fact. This is not. This is no stereotype. Oh, by the way, for those listening, if you must know, I am terrible at basketball.
But let me reel off the story for you. So basically, what happened was,
there's no need, man. There's no part of it.
It's a good story though. Come on, let the people hear. So basically, what had happened is my cousin's really good at basketball. He's really good.
He's one of the best. Yeah.
He's one of
Shout
the
out
best.
Kamal, by the way.
Yeah, shout out to KJB. But yeah, so basically, so Oz goes up to him and says, I want to play basketball. And so he starts talking because he basically he coaches as well. So he plays and he coaches. He's
Yeah. He's a
who
sweetheart.
can play and can teach. And so he was like, all right, let me get you started with a few drills and we'll get you into shape and then you can come and see what the big boys are playing at. Oz goes round and tells him, no, I'm ready to play basketball. I know I am. Because, and let's put it long story short, because he's black and he knows that black people play basketball, he fell into his own stereotype. So he goes into...
I mean, what can I say? Stereotypes are very strong and very persuasive. Sometimes, people believe them.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But if you've not played like at all, you can't just expect to come in and be the best guy, especially when pretty much every other player there is black too. Oh, so he gets put on the team with the best player in that team. Yeah, their ace. And so they're playing, and he keeps fumbling because he doesn't play basketball. Purely because he doesn't play basketball. He might be good if he hasn't.
It might defend.
Decided that he was going to be the best just by showing up because he's black. And so the ace went up to him and just let some guy pass him and goes up to him. What the fuck do you think you're doing? Everything like that. And then so Oz decides to go across to go to my cousin, who's on the opposite team, by the way. They're playing against each other. Just, why are you so mean? And honestly, just I couldn't believe it. And it's just a typical Oz story because only he's going to be instantly the best when he goes there because he's black.
Okay. First of all, I didn't know if these guys were like national players. Second of all, tall as fuck. Yeah. Third of all, really fast. I literally couldn't see anything. Okay, it was really idiotic for me to do it because I didn't know the rules either. I didn't tell Kamal that. But I just thought, if I can play with the best, it's going to improve my game and I'm going to be the best. So that was my mentality going through it. And also, I thought, hey, I'm black. I can play basketball. Let's learn. And it was a big lesson I learned. And yeah, since that day, I've never messed with basketball. So yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I like the mentality of to be the best, you got to play with the best. And for the most part, that's true. But there's a point. It's like you can't become the best heart surgeon by just watching the best heart surgeons. But
we're talking about basketball. It's not the same. I get what you're trying to say.
What I'm trying to say is, if you don't know the rules, then you don't know what you're doing. So you've got to at least learn the basics and what things are before you can play with the best and learn the best.
Okay. I feel like I need a chance to express myself in terms of why I had that mentality. So, okay, when it comes to swimming, I wasn't very good at swimming. Parents didn't want me to go to the river or the swimming pool or whatever because I couldn't swim. I've never been taught. So, against their will, I will go to the river and I'll swim with friends and all that stuff. So, I was really young, but I was tiny. So, all the guys, all the boys would basically trick you. The point in one of the river was to swim and go to an island. You cross the river to go to an island, but you do it by swimming. It's probably like 200 meters or something.
Yeah.
So halfway through, it gets really deep.
Mm-hmm.
But we just go, oh yeah, we call it cross. You have to cross the river. That was the goal. That was the aim. Everybody did it. So sometimes all the guys would go, hey, listen, I could put you on my back and I would like swim you across just so you can say you've been to the island.
Yeah.
But what they do instead would be like swim halfway because they know where the deep end is, and they just abandon you. So I had to learn to swim enough to survive, not like be like a really good diver or anything, but I can just swim across from one place to another as fast as I could. Like I had to learn that the hard way. So because I did that, that imprinted like this mindset in me that, okay, I wasn't good at swimming. I'm terrible at it. I was literally terrified of the water. But because of this like shock therapy almost, it forced me to learn how to swim to survive, because if not, I was probably going to die, because obviously teenage boys are idiots. They're just going to laugh till it gets super, super dangerous.
Yeah.
And so when this happened, I remember being there. It was terrifying. I was like drowning, literally drinking a lot of salt water. I couldn't even scream because there was so much water in my mouth. Yeah. So I had to learn to do something. And I learned to
Yeah.
swim. So I thought, okay, hey, I'm just gonna carry this. This is a lesson that I've learned from life.
Yeah.
Everything I do, I'm just gonna dive in the deep end and then figure it out. Turns out
No.
it doesn't work with basketball. It works with a lot of stuff. It worked with
Well,
a lot of stuff, but
talking
basketball
of
was
stuff
one
like that,
thing
though,
that
did
didn't
you
work.
have these stereotypes before you were,
Sorry again,
or
I missed
did
that.
you have to come over and learn these stereotypes?
I missed the question.
Did
Yeah.
you know about these stereotypes before you came over, or did
What
you
about
learn these
black
stereotypes when
people
you came over?
can
Yeah,
swim?
just general black people, or they're playing
No,
basketball.
no, really. You like to say something where you go, oh, like you didn't become black till you came here, and I
Yeah,
think I'm gonna have to agree with that because where I'm from, everybody's black, so anybody who is not black would be the other.
yeah,
Well, when I came here, I became other. And then I think slowly over the years, I just started hearing all these stereotypes and they seeped into me. Like, even with the stereotype that black people can't swim,
yeah,
there are people who literally swim like fish. We have a place called Bacau. It's like a fishing town.
yeah,
Almost everybody in there can swim. And I actually forgot about that and I believed it. So also when it came to the basketball thing, I'm here, I'm watching more basketball. I'm seeing people that are interested in basketball. 90% of them are black. So I'm thinking inherently, if I feel black, I can play it. It's only logical, you know.
yeah.
But yeah, so
No,
yeah, yeah. But
yeah, I mean, put two and two together.
yeah, exactly. So the thing is though, like this was a theory I had. I tested it and I failed. I mean, in the most embarrassing way, but also I got to play with like the best of the best. So if I say humbled myself a little bit, I probably would have probably played with them with like, you know, if I was interested in the game.
Mm-hmm.
But with the sort of egomaniacal, I don't know, behavior came with it, it
Yeah,
humbled me for, but it also allowed me to play with one of the best of the best. I'd say
yeah,
something I got from it is speed, because obviously, like, think about it. If there's somebody's short and somebody's tall,
yeah,
the amount of steps it's going to take the tall person is going to be less than the amount of steps it's going to take the short person.
yeah,
So first thing I focus on when I realize, okay, I'm not very good at playing this game,
mm-hmm.
I need to catch up with these people. So
Yeah,
it really improved my cardio, and I was keeping up with them actually, obviously,
yeah,
but then they were bigger than me. So if somebody blocked me, that's it. I didn't even know what blocking was. So I'm running at full speed, and somebody just literally stands in front of me, and I boom, bounce off them. So I learned a few things.
yeah,
Because these people like are professionals. They knew what they were doing, and I was the literal novice. They taught me lessons, and I learned
yeah.
from it. It humbled me, but
That's
that
good.
was my mentality then. I'm a much different person now, but it was pretty idiotic what I did.
Well,
Yeah,
we'll both get training lessons from Kamal anyway, so
yeah.
it'll work out nicely. Um, sorry to say, but we are actually going to have to wrap this up now.
All right,
Now and then maybe record again tomorrow a little bit.
cool.
I've got to go running, and I've also got to go eat my dinner.
Okay, yeah, I have to do a workout as well. I've started a new program, 12-week program. It's
Yeah.
fun. Yeah. Oh
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
Also, that actually kind of touches to the type of people I like. If you don't mind, it's just 30 seconds. So basically,
No,
yeah, there's just this lady that I watch. She's like generous. She is a fitness lady. She like literally has 2 programs that she gave away on her YouTube channel for free, like 12 weeks. And I was just looking at her and I'm just literally finding this woman awesome because I'm like, what? She's fit. She's like really nice. And then she's very generous. And I'm actually beginning to crush on her right now.
Do you want to give her? Would you want to give her YouTube channel a shout out? And you want to give her some free
Sure.
publicity?
So her name is Heather Robertson. She's like, I feel like she's like the nicest fitness person on YouTube ever, to be honest. Because she has a website. I'm pretty sure she sells courses and stuff. But like, who gives away a whole 12-week program for free? And she did it twice. So yeah.
Very
But yeah,
generous.
so I think that's also one of the reasons why I think fitness is very important to me because I'm just like, they're just a different breed, to be honest, you know. Because sometimes I hate work. But seeing somebody to like dedicate their life to working out every day and getting fit and eating healthy, like that's really impressive to me, you know.
Yeah.
But
I mean, like, you can't worry about the shape that you are now if you want to get to that. I've seen someone go from a stick to a literal Adonis, just pure muscle. And it's
yeah,
just like, you do not look like how you used to look like when we went to
yeah.
school together type thing. It's just, I'm proud of them. you know.
Yeah,
But you do what you do what you do to make you happy. So as much as I'll say, as much as it's fitness's top goal as well, you
yeah.
know, let people do what they want to do.
It is.
But
It's just, I feel like it helps you, like, especially future you as well. Because I think that we have accepted like getting old and frail, but we've also seen exceptions where people are in like our ridiculous ages and they look better than 20-year-olds, you know?
yeah,
Yeah. And you're like, whoa, how did you do that? Oh,
yeah.
yeah, I just ate healthy and I was working out every day. Oh, that's the secret. Cool. I guess I'm going to do that too. So, yeah.
Like I said, but the trouble, not the trouble, but the
Mm.
key is
Yeah.
not when people say eat healthy, a lot of people just look at rabbit food. Rabbit
Yeah.
food's not the only way to eat healthy. You can eat healthy and make
Yeah.
good food. Like it's all about the spices you use, the herbs.
Yeah.
Just in fact, the ingredient. It's just all about ingredients. I've even had like just amazing vegan food that I could eat happily for the rest of my life. I'm not vegan, but some vegan chefs that I've met, you know, whew. Others, I'd be like, you know what? Please don't invite me around for dinner again.
Yeah.
No offense. I just like to taste my food. But yeah, but like, I mean, yeah.
It's funny how we didn't both mention that we would like somebody who can cook. I just realized that.
The thing is that cooking's not that important to me because I can cook.
Same.
So I enjoy cooking. And basically the way that it would be run in my household is whoever cooks, the other person cleans up. And I hate cleaning up, which means I'll be cooking every night. That's it. I love to cook. I hate to do dishes. That's why dishwasher is my top priority when I
the tip I learned was like clean as you go is actually pretty efficient, to be honest. I like being efficient. So like to me it's like the best system ever. Because I do hate washing up as well. But I think the reason why I do hate it is because when you're done, it's just this big pile. And maybe you've been greedy and you ate too much, so you're lazy and you look at it and you just go, ah.
Yeah.
But once you clean as you go, by the time you're ready, all you have to do is just wash your plates, your utensils, and then you're good.
The reason why I hate washing up is because I conned myself into it. As a kid, there used to be so many chores that I weren't allowed to do. And this was like from the age of 3, 4. And like one thing that I hate, I'm a competitive person. I've always have been. If there's a thing, it's why I guess it's like when someone tells me a story, such going back to what you said earlier about sharing. So when I've had people, I've had a really similar childhood to them. I'll listen to their story, and I'll have something that can relate to it. But then because of the way my brain's wired, I think, oh wait, no, they'll think that I'm trying to compete with them. Like who had the harshest? I didn't have a harsh childhood, no any means. Loves me, and that's all that matters. Everything else that happened, but I had a family that loves me, and that's all that matters. But about situations and things that have happened, it's like I'm not trying to outcompete. It's like, do I say this or is it trying to compete? And that's where my connection is, because I'll just let them say what they're saying, and then it's like, I've got this story that could relate, but it might also be seen as I'm trying to compete with you, so I won't. But back to it anyway. Yeah, so as a kid, so I used to be washing up and making tea, and washing up and making tea with a 2, because basically once I was like 3 or 4, probably 5 actually. Probably getting myself a little younger. I was about 5, 6. So I was with the babysitter. I made the babysitter help me, so I could do the dishes, and I did the dishes, and I made my mum a cup of tea, and then I'd do when she got back, and I kept doing it. I kept doing it because I kept getting told I'm too young to do it. I can't do it. And like I said, I'm a very competitive person. You tell me I can't do something, I will do it. And so, and then eventually, when it was like, oh, you can do it, and it was accepted that I can do it, it's all I did. It is all I did.
You overdid yourself. So
then it became expected. I was like, oh, I don't want to do it anymore. I can't do it because I've just spent the whole time proving that I can do it. Now that I've done it, I don't want to do it. So, I've proved my point.
I particularly enjoy doing it, to be honest. I don't enjoy it either. I don't enjoy it, but if I especially hate it if I have a lot to wash up. I just go, damn it, why did I let it go this bad,
I don't know. I kind of prefer. I hate it. I hate a dirty kitchen. Just as much as I hate washing up. But I do, when it comes to washing up, I do find it a little bit easier if it's a bigger pile, just because I know then I've got that more time where I can just put my headphones on, zone out, and get.
Okay,
I don't mind it.
Do you have a system?
Do I have a system?
Do you have a system when you're watching up a
You
big
do cups first, then you do cups, then you do cups, and you do plates and bowls together.
Yeah.
Then you do the cutlery. Then you put the pans in.
Yeah.
Give them a like a rinse about. Yeah, if there's anything lingering on it, put the rest of the pans in, linger out. So you like clean them with just water.
Yeah.
And once they look clean, you pull them back out. Yeah. So you scrub them, clean them with water. Just take them back out, put them back on the side. Yeah. Empty the water, refill the water, and then go back in and go to town with the pans with the thing. Now that there's no other bits on it. But I tend to rinse everything. I rinse everything but the pans first, so that I've got off all the bits and everything like that, and that's all been caught by the filter, because I have like a filter, and then it's like a bowl that goes in, like a plastic bowl. Rinse it all off so that it's just so it looks clean, but I know it's not on it at all. And then I get the washing up liquid, pour it back in, start cleaning up everything. Even though I've done that, it has to be cups first. Cups always have to be first. Then it's plates and bowls, depending on whatever I feel fancy.
Yeah, for me it's not, but like it's not like it has to be cups first or whatever. Whatever I reach first, that's the one I do. But before I put them, I basically categorize them. Like I have plates here, spoons there, forks here.
Oh, I do that too.
Yeah, and I wash them in their category basically.
Yeah.
After you use soap? Another important question. I think I know the answer to this.
Yeah.
But just because I've seen somebody do it and it literally bothered me to this day. After you use dishwasher, do you rinse your cutlery?
Of course. What kind of mongrel wouldn't? You'd be a mongrel if you didn't.
I've seen people do that. I've seen people actually just use soap and just literally just leave it there to dry. And it's bothered me. It literally one of the things I think I'm just like, nah. I can't.
Disgusting. That's how you get chicken that tastes like washing up liquid. But yeah, it's no, I can't do that. Something that I've almost got when I watch someone do it. They do what you said they do, and then they rinse the whole thing over with water. I'm still not a fan of that, but that's still more acceptable than not rinsing it at all.
Yeah, no. If you've gone through the trouble of using soap like dishwasher and you wash it, just rinse the thing. But I don't know. It feels cleaner, to be honest.
It feels, otherwise it's like, well, you got to think, if you went into the shower, and put some soap on you, but then just fucked off.
That's kind of like how it feels, isn't it?
Yeah, you're still dirty. You just got dirt mixed in with your shower gel. That's it. Your plates just mixed in with the dirt on the plates, just mixed in with soap. Now, like, what are you doing?
Yeah. Even if I've had a bath, I have to go under the shower afterwards. It's just like, it's a given. But hey, anyway, I think we should end it here.
Yeah.
A few subjects really veered from the topic, but it's interesting. I was actually thinking we might call it a therapy session because all we talked about today was our childhood and all that stuff.
Yeah. Well, I'm happy with therapy session.
Okay.
And I mean, you can make it a little bit. Yeah.
Anyway, for the conversation to carry on, I just want you to look up Ming-Na Wen. Oh my god, I just butchered someone's name. Ming-Na Wen.
Ming-Na Wen.
Yeah, so MING-NA-WEN.
Oh, who are they? What do they do?
She's on this TV series called Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah.
And she's basically, I mean, she has more character arc, but she's like the muscle. I
know who you're talking about. Yeah, she plays May.
Yeah, May, exactly. Agent May.
Yeah, Agent May.
Melinda May. Yeah,
she's also in Star Wars, Mandalorian.
Okay, I haven't seen Mandalorian.
Yeah, no, she is a favorite. She is a wonderful actress. Exactly. I love her in everything she's in.
Her character is like my perfect woman. That's just how I'm gonna put it.
Yeah, I mean, I can agree with that. Yeah, she is a. No matter what she plays, she always plays a strong woman, and that's what.
Yeah, there was this fight scene where she did. I don't know what episode this was, but there was this fight scene that I loved so much that I can't even describe what she did. But it was so impressive. I literally had a nerdgasm because it was so cool. I was like, whoa. But yeah, she's a gorgeous lady, strong character, confident, all that stuff. But yeah, she's just like, mwah. Anyway. I think we should end it on that high positive note.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know exactly. I was like, yes. Oh, okay. All right. Well, it was good speaking with you. Hopefully we can catch up again tomorrow.
You too,
Get this get for you. All right. Catch you later, bro.
Awesome. Well, enjoy your run. I'm gonna go do my HIIT workout.
Okay. Thank you. Talk soon.